Tonight on the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror, Frank has two problems. The first is his lover is dead. The second is people keep finding her in his bed. Tonight's movie, Beyond the Darkness.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror! All hope is lost. Until you get it back, which I hope happens. But wait, that means I have a hope, which means all hope isn't lost. I don't know anything anymore. What's going on? I'm scared. Okay, maybe not. Anyway, so tonight, episode number 5, and tonight, coming off of last night's wonderful, the last horror film, Maniac 2 Live to Kill. Anyways, tonight we are going to the land of Italia. Yes, that is right. Back to Italian cinema, one of my favorite countries for horror fare, but not an Italian giallo, I don't think, though maybe. I think it's just a gore film. Anyways, a splatter film, and that movie is Buried Alive. A film by Joe D'Amato. Actually, it's not Buried Alive. It is Beyond the Darkness. Ooh, Beyond the Dark. Ooh, gross. Yuck. Anyways, no, Beyond the Darkness, otherwise known as Buried Alive, by famed Italian film director Joe D'Amato, who is known for making a lot of money doing porn, directing porn films, so that he can use that money to make the horror movies that he wants to make. So, kind of have to be like, well, that's kind of interesting. So, what is Beyond the Darkness? Well, Beyond the Darkness is about a man who apparently is either an amateur taxidermist or a professional taxidermist, because he's got all kinds of taxidermy supplies and finished product. Anyways, when the love of his life dies, he basically exhumes her corpse, takes it back to his place, and does human taxidermy, to keep her around, and has her in her special room. And yeah, strange. And of course, his goal is to not let anyone find out about his dirty little secret, which involves, well, if you're going to find out, I guess we're going to have to kill you, you know? Anyways, This is a strange film. It's hard to describe, but helping him out is his maid, housekeeper, and also somewhat manipulative lover? Mother figure? I don't know. Anyways, she's just wants the money of the family and, wants to marry him and exploit him for, his wealth and stuff like this. Anyways, so basically the movie is like them hiding his murders, and the reason he murders is to protect his secret that he's got his dead girlfriend lying in a bed in his home. So anyways, let's go to the scores, shall we? Violence and gore. I am going to give this a 5 out of 5. There is a lot. Like, first of all, when they're getting rid of a body, they are hacking it into pieces. It is a bloody, nasty mess. And then, of course, put it into the acid and the flesh drips away and all that stuff. I mean, like, that alone is just nasty and gory. But there's also some interesting kills here. There's the embalming scene. It's got quite a bit. Like the end just is brutal murder stuff happening. It's crazy. So 5 out of 5. Shock Value, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Like, there are moments in this movie where you're just like, what? Gross. What is that? What is going on? And, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who wants to see it. But, the movie's kind of disgusting. And it's like, what? And, there's a bit endearing about it, though. So, it's kind of one of those things. You can go either way. Anyway, so... 3 out of 5. Moving on to plot, 2.5 out of 5. Look, it is weird and strange, and it does not flow, and it's, a little bit wash, rinse, repeat. The guy finds, like, a chick, the guy meets a chick ends up at his place, chick ends up finding the dead girlfriend, chick ends up dead. Clean up the mess. Watch, rinse, and repeat. Finds a chick finds a chick gets to his place, finds a dead chick, yada yada. Anyway, so, like, yeah, so the plot's basic. Like, it gets all really weird at the end, confusing, and it's a mess. It's a mess, but it's a standard mess. It's an average mess. So 2.5 out of 5. Moving on to acting, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. 3, not 4. 3. You obey me, Pinky. All right, 3. Anyways, above average Italian horror movie fare. I think the actor who plays the guy, the main character, I think he does a good job of being both charming and creepy as fuck at the same time. So the the housemaid, whatever. She definitely nails the bitch that is manipulative and controlling very well. So anyways, I'm solid 3 out of 5 for acting. Moving on to Nudity, and I'm giving that also a 3 out of 5. Look, okay, so naked dead chicks, not quite as fun as clothed live chicks. I would rather them be alive naked chicks, but yeah. I mean, there are living ones in this movie. Also, they don't live for long, but anyways, it is what it is. Also, a little bit there for the ladies there too, if you know what I mean. So 3 out of 5. Well, moving on to enjoyment factor. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. It is definitely a splatterific movie that is weird and strange, and I love weird and I love strange. I love what the fuck is going on. That's the thing that I kind of like. Unfortunately, it is a bit slow. It is a bit weak on the plot, but still pretty enjoyable. 3 out of 5. My overall impression is a 3 out of 5. Definitely has a bit more soul than, let's say, another of his films that I've watched recently that may or may not show up on this 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. Who knows? We might, The month is young. But anyways, 3 out of 5, solid. And that averages out to a 3.2 out of 5, which is very good. But, you've kind of feast on some of those bonus points a little bit there. So, especially in the bloody nastiness. So, there you have it. Buried Alive. Buio Omega. Or Beyond the Darkness. Which one do you ever want to go by? I'll say Beyond the Darkness. I just keep seeing, it says Buried Alive here, and I keep seeing it, and it's like Buried Alive. No, it's Beyond the Darkness, Buried Alive, otherwise known as... Oh, God! I dropped it. Oh, it is Buio Omega. Soundtrack by Goblin. The one and only Goblin. I mean, and look. It's got the movie and the Goblin soundtrack. I mean, come on. It's another Severin release. I've gotten Severin heavy all of a sudden. I'm like, what was this? This is like the third Severin release that I've reviewed. Opera, Last Horror Show, Beyond the Darkness. Hell, if I do that other Joe D'Amato film, it's gonna be a Severin release. Hey man, you know, when they knock it out of the ballpark, they knock it out of the ballpark. What do I have to say? You know, they do a good job. Anyway, so there you have it. Beyond the Darkness. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Yada, yada, yada. Rate, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, all that stuff. Oh my goodness. And thank you again for watching another episode of the 31 Nights of Halloween Horror. And remember to stay scary, internet. And as always, free the nipple. No. Man, I've gotten on like a freaking tear. I have gotten on a freaking... Hey, you know what? I'm feeling the singleness, man. I am feeling the singleness. I am feeling it. I'm feeling it, really. I'm just... No. Stop. Anyway, like anyone's watching anyways. But anyways. Yada, yada, yada. Excelsior. Stay scary, internet. And remember... don't hitchhike, especially if you're a lady. Do not hitchhike. You know, like that guy with the truck. Come on, you're just asking to be a kill in a horror movie if you are hitchhiking, dark street, yada, boom. It's just, yeah, it's just not a good idea. Don't hitchhike. You might think it's fun and exciting, but, you know, it's also fun and exciting for the serial killer to kill you. And I'd rather you have fun and excitement that doesn't end with you being in pieces and dissolved in a bathtub. But that's just me. I'm crazy. Maybe that's your goal in life, is to end up in that situation. I don't know. Whatever. I got nothing. Nah.